Hey guys, Jeff Newton here with National VA Loans. To contact us, National VA Loans is 855-956-4040. Of course, check us out online at nationalvaloans.com. All right, guys, today again, we're getting into selling season in the spring. So it's time to talk about, a couple things. But number one, I want to talk about renovation and VA renovation and directly how that correlates, not only in how that can be used by you as the veteran for a loan and for a purchase or refinance, but how you can actually put that loan to work for you when you're trying to buy real estate, and especially in the market that we're in, and the market that we're kind of getting into. So let's kind of break it down a little bit. The market that we're looking at right now, there's either you've got property on what property you do have on the market. Well, let's start there. There's a lot less property on the market, a lot less real estate on the market out there right now. The reason being is the last couple of years, people were buying everything up. I mean, one of the biggest things out there were rental companies and investors that were buying up property. And with that, they're now renting it out, which is exactly why rents are, 20 and 30% up in some areas. And I don't see that trend changing. So what we need to look at as a buyer, as a whether you're a veteran or not, I mean, in this case, yes, absolutely a veteran, but as a buyer in this market, well, we need to look at a couple different things. So we're going to have less property on the market. Okay. That's number one. Number two, the property that is on the market is going to be one of two things. Either it's going to be ready to go, ready to move in, it's all yours, you're ready to buy it, we're good, and it's going to be a little bit higher priced. We're still seeing in certain areas, with different real estate agents that we work with in different parts of the country, that there's still multiple offers and there's still over asking price offers. So that is happening still a little bit. I mean, not as much as it was back in 2021, early 2020, 2021, and 2022. But it is still happening. So that means you got to be ready with your offer, number one. So that means you need to get pre-qualified immediately, which you can do at real simply at nationalapplynow.com. You can go on and get pre-qualified in as little as an hour. And one of our VA specialists will help you out there. Sorry about that. So the next thing we can look at is after you get pre-qualified, then you need to look at what's out there. So, property that's ready made, ready built, ready to go, and it's ready for you. Those may be a little bit higher dollar, but this is where we want to get in. And we've talked to a lot of people about this, a lot of veterans about this especially over just the last couple of weeks is, you know, there's a lot of property out there that you take out of your out of your mindset or out of your options of, okay, well, maybe this won't work. And it may be because, let's say you went and looked at it. Let's say it was something that was a little bit under your budget. And you're like, well, maybe I can get a little bit better deal on this. I can save myself some money, and which is all good thoughts and things that I would be thinking of as well. So you go in and you take a look at it. Well, then you get in there and the carpet's not the greatest. Um, who knows? The kitchen needs updated. The bedrooms need updated. Uh, Bathrooms need updated. Whatever it may be, and it could be a myriad of things. I mean, it could be any of those types of things. So all that stuff needs done. So you're looking at it, you're like, well, yeah, I'm going to save money on the initial purchase, but problem is I'm just going to dump this money right back into it, and I don't have that kind of money. I mean, I'm using the VA loan for God's sake. I mean, that's 100% financing. I don't want to come out of pocket with a bunch of money, and I'm with you. So you can look at that property and be like, okay, you know, I'm qualified for 300,000 or 350,000 or 400,000, and I can buy this one at 250, let's say. But it needs $50,000 worth of work. I don't have $50,000 that I can just come out of pocket with. So what do I do? What are my options? Well, in most cases, people assume their option is nothing. They have no option. That house is now just off the market. It's not available to them. That is not the case. Okay. I want you to think about this, the VA renovation loan, and I'm going to take you to our page on the website so you can see it. But the VA renovation loan, that may be the exact loan that you need. It'll allow for those updates for the new kitchen, for the new flooring, for an updated bathroom. You need to finish out a basement. It'll allow for those type of things. Now, it's not going to allow for anything structural, but it will allow for the majority of stuff that you're looking to do. Um, I would suggest taking a look at it, and let's go ahead and show it to you real quick. We're going to share my screen here, and It's pretty simple. This is nationalvaloans.com. So you can just go to the website right there, and then you can just click on VA loans, and you'll scroll down a little bit. Obviously, there's a video right here that you can always check out. And when you do, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can scroll down here and you're going to see a couple of different things. VA Jumbo, and then here's VA Renovation. Okay, so this is going to give you a list of about everything that you're going to want on VA Renovation. It gives you kind of a program overview, gives you a little bit of history of the VA Reno, and it lets you know what you can actually do with the VA Reno. All right, so just check this out again. It's nationalvaloans.com, and then VA loans, and then scroll down to VA Renovation, and you're going to find the VA Reno there. Okay, so knowing that, and knowing that the VA renovations out there, I want you to kind of go back in your brain and look and say, okay, well, what properties have we looked at, or what houses have we looked at that maybe would have worked for something like this? Because they're out there. Okay, I see them all the time. We see them all the time. We've had people just walking into our office and ask about the VA renovation because they found a house that they like that's a little bit undervalued. And honestly, they're asking about the FHA renovation because they don't know about the VA renovation. So if you're a veteran and you're out there, I mean, our number one focus at National VA is to get information to the veteran. So please help us by kind of spreading the information. I mean, these are loans that people don't know that they have the access to, and it's out there, it's available to them. Now, the next question we usually get a lot when it comes to the VA renovation is, well, is it still 100% financing? Do I have to put any money down? The answer is yes. It not only finances what the purchase price of the house is for, but it also finances the cost of the improvements. And it also includes any kind of contingencies and stuff like that. So that if in case, costs were to run a little bit over, which I mean, they always do, it seems like, if that were to happen, then you've got a contingency built in there to where it'll cover that. So you're not coming out of pocket with it, which is, obviously what we're looking for as a vet. I mean, as a VA, as a person that's going to do a VA loan, I know that my goal would be to come out of pocket with zero because that's the design of the loan. So that's kind of where you want to live at. And this loan still allows for that. So it's kind of a big deal when it comes to how the loan works. It allows, again, it allows you to do the property upgrades, all the things that you need to it. It allows it all to roll into one loan. You only have one payment, which is huge. And the thing I like about it the most is, well, I won't say the most, but one of the definite benefits of it is it allows for the lender to hold the funds for the work. Okay, and you're probably thinking, well, why is that a good thing? Well, here's why. Because if they hold the funds, they're not going to release it until they know the job is done right. All right. So if by the if the contractor has phases, stages of what they're doing things. So one stage, let's say, is all flooring, and that's $12,000 or whatever the case may be. Well, when they say, okay, hey, we're done with the flooring, we want our check, they can't pressure you to get the check. It's not coming from you. It's coming from the lender. So the lender will have to send out the inspector. The inspector will make sure that it's done according to not only code, but according to specifications. And once they get proof of that, then they'll release the funds to the contractor. Now, that protects you. Okay. I know it sounds like it's silly, but I have heard so many horror stories of people that have pulled cash out of their house loan and they've used it for renovation. Well, then they paid 50 or 75% of it up front, and then the builder never shows up and they're out that money. This keeps that from happening. Okay. And not saying that everyone needs that protection, but it is nice to where you can make someone else the bad guy. You can make the lender, hey man, they're not going to release this money until it's proof that it's done to specs and it's done to code. And that's kind of a little safety blanket, I guess you could kind of say. And it allows you to sleep a little bit better at night, knowing your renovation work is going to be done properly. So just to recap, the VA renovation is still 100% loan. Okay, that's number one. It's still a zero down loan. Number two, it allows for a lot of renovation work, pretty much anything except for foundation. I mean, you're not going to be able to dig a pool, but kitchen, bathrooms, bedrooms, paint, you know, flooring, all the kind of stuff that when you walk in and you see a house, you're like, I mean, have you ever walked to a house or walked up to a house and out front, it's just beautiful. It's exactly what you want. It's a 3-car garage, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, uh, full basement. It's got everything. And then you walk in and it looked like 1982 threw up. I've been there. I've seen them. Okay. And I mean, even the houses sometimes are built in 2010 and it still looks like that, which still doesn't make any sense to me, but I've seen it. So you walk into that house and it's got all the aesthetics, it's got everything you want on the outside, but the inside's got to need some work. All right. That's what this loan is for. That's what it will do. It'll allow you to clean up the inside. It'll allow you to make it modern, make it whatever you want without you having to actually build a home and without you having to come out of pocket with that money. Okay, so again, still 100% financing loan. It's still a loan that can get closed on either a purchase or a refinance. Okay, so if you own your home already and you want to do some upgrades and you just, I mean, believe me, I got a honeydew list at home too, so I know how that goes. Well, if you get that honeydew list and you can't find the time because between work, kids, and trying to relax a little bit, you don't have any time, I get it. So this is where the renovation can come into play. This is where you can find a builder or a contractor to come in and do exactly what you want. But no matter what it is, whether you're doing a renovation loan or you're doing a regular VA purchase, the most important thing is get pre-qualified. Without that pre-qualification letter, you don't know what you can do, and you may be able to do more than you think. All right, so give us a call at 855-956-4040. Talk to any of our VA specialists here. I've got a number of guys that are awesome when it comes to this renovation loan. They'll walk you through it step by step. They'll line it all out for you. And I mean, one of them's a Marine, so he's pretty diligent on this stuff. So make sure, give us a call, 855-956-4040. Or if you'd like to apply and so you can get your pre-qualification started, just go to nationalapplynow.com. You can get the pre-qualification started right there. And then one of our VA specialists will reach out to you. Again, it's 855-956-4040. Check us out at nationalapplynow.com to fill out your application, or, of course, nationalvaloans.com. Guys, until next time, remember that VA renovation loan when it comes time to buy a house, and give us a call if you need anything at all. Until next time, thank you so much for your service, and God bless.